Welcome to another episode, Christmas holiday episode of Design Under Influence. We are Arc IT. We're here to take care of your IT and technology needs so you can run your business. If you're an architecture, design, engineering firm, we're here for you. Joining me on the show today to explore holiday phishing is Harry and Zaheen. We are a team. They're engineers. I am sort of a coordinator. I'm a talker. I'm a question asker. And today we're going to dig a little bit deeper into a topic we call holiday phishing. And it's not the good kind of phishing. It's the phishing with PH, spelled with PH. And that's bad scamming, attacks, those sorts of things. So Harry brought up a really good point initially before we started the podcast on how the sophistication and the volume of attacks have increased recently, and specifically the holiday season. Harry, say hello to the audience here, and can you?
Hello.
Thank you. We're all very pleased. And by the way, every time Harry dresses for you guys, okay, it's always a fashion statement. I'm always the same. Zaheen always kind of shifts his camera around, got his cat moving. And Harry's got his thing, okay? No pets, but man, he looks slick. Anyway, Harry, go ahead. Talk us through, man. What are you seeing in this is more sophistication, as you call it? What is it? Why?
So in the past, like I was saying earlier during our previous discussion, previously it's been quite easy to detect a phishing or a scam email. So you can either read through the email and it would be easy to find spell checks, capital letters randomly in the middle of a sentence, signatures that just looked off, email addresses that just had numbers and a bunch of zeros on them. So there were telltale signs to tell when an email was suspicious. It's a phishing email. Don't click it, don't respond to it. But with the development of artificial intelligence, AI now in our industry, it has become very, very simple for inexperienced scammers to generate very legitimate looking emails with legitimate looking addresses, no typos in the email, signature looks legit, and it's very, very easy. We have commonly seen people fall for these tricks just because of how clean and legitimate those emails look. So it's no longer as easy as saying, oh, that address looks fishy, I'm not going to respond to it. Now everything looks so good, and you sometimes have to say, should I take this to IT and double check? You're almost caught on the fences on if this is a phishing email or if this is legitimate, just because of how good it looks now.
Thanks, AI. AI is helping us with a lot of things. It's helping us resolve tickets faster. It's helping us write content faster. It's helping us in a lot of things, but it's also, there's another side of it that we're already seeing just now. Zaheen, you were talking before we started, you were talking about the most common scam you are seeing our clients experiencing right now. What is it, and describe it and tell us how they approach this scam and how do you kind of sniff it out?
Well, I would say that, during the holiday seasons, there's definitely an uptick in the amount of scams that we've been seeing lately. And one of the most common ones that we see is someone pretending to be an employee, reaching out to someone in accounting, saying that they'd like to redirect their direct deposit towards a different bank account. And something that's really the telltale sign there is that the email address is some gobbledygook or something. But the header, their name, the display name is going to be the name of the employee there. So the best way to sniff it out is definitely just to click on the email, click on who's sending that email, and just to take a look at the email address that it's being sent from, because right, but just by looking at it, you'll see, oh yeah, it's this guy from from wherever department he's from, but you definitely want to click on the email. You want to check what the email address is to see where it's coming from.
Wouldn't it also be prudent to contact the employee in this case?
I would say so. I think it would be best to reach out to your IT team. I mean, you can contact the person that you think it would be. That would also be a good maneuver. Sometimes they're not always available. I think that your IT team should always be on top of being able to tell.
Okay. So if you're in accounting or whatever, if you're running a firm and you have a suspicion whether this email is from a legitimate person within your organization asking for whatever fund, changing money in any sort of way, your advice is click on the email, make sure it's coming from the right person. And if any doubt or whatsoever, send it to your IT. And also don't reply to this email. Contact this other person through a phone, text, another way, and verify this information is real. Although I bet we've had stories where the verification also went through. They called the phone number in the signature, and somebody answered pretending to be that person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's also that's a big.
It's an ongoing topic in the world of IT. Is that topic of verification? Not to veer from what we're talking about. It's how do we actually know that who we are speaking to on the phone is who they say they are? So we've actually discussed the idea of should we start the video calling people? What is actually doable? Can we actually do that? So it's verification, being able to actually say the person is who they say they are is very important. But that also goes into making sure you're calling the right number, familiarity with the clients, knowing their voice. But then with AI, that will also come those voice spoofings too very soon. So it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag at the moment. But yeah, for sure, just make sure you verify. When you report to your IT, give them a call, a text message. Verify that this email or text or a call is coming from whoever it is that is actually supposed to be sending it.
So before the show, again, on the pre-show, you mentioned, and by the way, to have this truly be an easier experience for clients, you need to have responsive IT team. I'm going to pat us on the back, pat you guys on the back, not me, pat you guys on the back, through the whatever screen. Yeah, that's what we do. We're responsive. We try to very, very hard to respond quickly, effectively, efficiently. You need that responsive IT team that cares for your company, that understands you, to be able to sort through these things quickly and not fall into the trap. Pre-show, we talked about spear phishing and how that manifests during holidays. Harry, you want to explore that for us?
Yeah. So the whole reason why we are talking about phishing at this time is because this is end of the year. This is usually the time where decision makers in the company are signing off on contracts. So they're getting a bunch of Adobes, they're getting a bunch of emails, they're getting a bunch of requests, end of the year stuff, sign. So it's very, very easy for a bad person or someone who wants to get information from this company to particularly target those decision makers at this time of the year, just because they know that at this time they're just looking to sign off on so many documents. So why not send them that email at this time? So it's very, very important. We try to tell our decision makers, we have a program that we put them through, phishing training program, where we send them phishing emails, even though they're coming from our own internal team, our IT team. We send them phishing emails just to train them to be aware, especially during the Christmas period, of increased phishing emails, or vishing or smishing, just SMS. Vision is the voice. Yeah.
Interesting. And so you guys want to talk about different platforms that these attacks are now coming through. It's not just email anymore, is it?
No, it's text. There's a word for it. It's SMS is called smishing. It's voice, vision. So it's any point of communication with a business, attackers are going to try to expose that, to use that to get any kind of valuable information. So if you're the assistant of the CEO of a company, it's very easy for you to be spearphished. So someone can pretend to be the CEO and call you and tell you, "Hey, transfer me this bank records or whatever important client information." It's the CEO calling you. The voice sounds like the CEO. So
Wow.
as a secretary, you just immediately go ahead and respond to that request. And this is not through email, this is through voice. So there are different points of entry. So you have to guard yourself against all points of entry.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate this. Let's make it short and sweet for our audience here. This is the time of the year where things begin to increase in volume, especially these bad actors, the scammers looking for your information, looking for your money, looking for your inattention or attention elsewhere. And they're going to exploit that. To defend against that, follow our advice here. Check the sender, verify with the person the request was made, and most importantly of all, if you have your IT team, send it to your IT team for them to validate that the request is real. Hopefully your IT team is training your team as well, you and your employees, by sending you these training emails that look like phishing, that are phishing, to train you against falling for those. We all want to wish you a really happy new year. Stay safe, keep your business safe, keep it boring, operate, don't get caught. And if you have any questions, problems, concerns, you want to hire a good IT team, you want to work with Harry and Zaheen, well, you can. GetArcIT.com is where we at. That's where we live. Check us out there. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. Gentlemen, again, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to help us and educate us.
No problem. Oh, you're very much welcome. It was a pleasure.